Hello, welcome to JIBRIN Angle on Oweleke TV. My name is JIBRIN, and this is my angle. There is a scandal that has gone viral. Actually, it has to do with Emmanuel Macron, the president of France. I think let me play this video, then I'll come back to talk about it. It's a scandal. When I say scandal, it is indeed a scandal. So it's just less than 2 minutes video. I'll play it, then come back and give my. You don't want to miss my opinion. For those of you who have been following me, of course, you know how it can be, how I can be very, very aggressive with my opinion. So I'm very, very frank at that. So just stay on. But before then, okay, lest I forget, if you have not subscribed, please do subscribe to this platform and follow us on this platform on all our social media platforms. We are on all social media platforms. We're on TikTok, we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on X. And yes, and our website will have a website too, oweleke.tv. That is oweleke.tv. That is our website. So check us out on other platforms, and you will be excited about what you will see, or you will find out rather. All right, let's go. Let me play the video. As you can see, did you notice that? Let me play it back. That's Macron inside the plane. See, the wife pushed his face. I consider that a slap, but that is, let me replay it again. Wow, you see? All right, then watch. As they are coming down the step, you see, just watch for what is going to happen. Okay, that's a replay. Watch. Again, yeah. Repeat it again. Yeah, I think it's just a playback. Even the attendants were just, see, the attendants were embarrassed. They just couldn't wait. They just had to, they just had to leave the scene. Just watch. Even when he was trying to hold her hand, I think she declined accepting that. All right. So that is it. That is the most I can watch on this. Okay, you saw what happened. That, to me, it's a scandal of the year. A sitting president being, I'll consider that slap, whether pushed in the face or whatever. So it can be categorized as slap. I can equate that to slapping someone. So permit me to use that word slap for convenience purpose. So literally, Macron's wife slapped him. Not just slap, but she literally did that in the public. In the public, in the sense that don't tell me, don't come to tell me that, okay, it was on a plane, he didn't know they were opening the door or whatever. It doesn't matter. But the problem is that they were on the plane. Remember, this plane, we have attendants, plane hostesses and attendants all over them. This man is a sitting president, so he's a very, very VVIP, very, very important personality. So definitely, when such a plane, the scenario there, obviously, I imagine when the plane landed and was about opening, they were about opening the door. I imagine all the air hostesses were all over them. They were all over them, behind them, before them, or whatever. So it was basically in the public. So a sitting president's wife slapped him in the public. That was a shame. See, this is just a glimpse of what is happening behind closed doors. When a man's wife, has the temerity to slap her husband in the public, you can imagine what happens inside in the secret, what happens behind closed doors when people are not watching. One, apart from happening in the public, these are global public figures. You ask yourself, what kind of a woman would do that? No matter what, no matter the disagreement, no matter the provocation, what kind of a woman will do that to her husband, a sitting president, in the public? This is what it speaks volume of the woman's character. I have never liked that woman because I don't even consider her a woman. It's a public knowledge that she's not even a woman. She's a transgender, for God's sake. What a shame. A sitting president, a male sitting president getting married to a transgender, a fellow male who transited into female, being a female. That is a shame. It's a disgrace. In fact, when I first read that report, I wanted to make a monologue of that, but for whatever reason, I just felt it wasn't worth my time. You can imagine that guy, the so-called woman, the wife of Macron, is originally a man. He is a man, not a woman. He married a fellow man. That is one. Secondly, he married a fellow man that is even far his senior. That Macron, I don't get it. Honestly, I don't understand what he was thinking to marry a transgender and someone, not just a transgender, someone far older than him. What do you expect? Obviously, the so-called woman will actually make a piece of cake of him. That is just the reality. So that so-called woman is the one actually controlling France. As far as I'm concerned, is the de facto president of France because she is the one controlling. She is the one, in quotes, because he is not she. It's an embarrassment, a disgrace, a humiliation to Macron, the president of France. Any woman who does this is not worthy of that man. And that is just the truth. People like us we are so grateful to God to have blessed us with the best woman any man can desire to be a wife. Otherwise, I marry such woman. I marry a woman that slaps me or slapped me even within closed doors. That marriage will go into limbo. It will go into limbo, and she repeats it again another time. That marriage is done. It is, how dare a woman lay her hand on her husband? That is sacrilege. It's an abomination. I can't take that. If I cannot hit you, if me as a man cannot hit you, why will you hit me? No matter the provocation, if I cannot hit you, why will you hit me? It is wrong, absolutely wrong. Any woman that does that is wrong. I used to have a friend, old friend those days, that eventually took it. In fact, it was very, very deep. The wife was very, very violent, kept slapping him or whatever until he could take it no longer. But even at that, I was critical of him, that how could you have allowed it to get to this level even? How will a woman keep slapping you at every little provocation? What is that? That is a sign of irresponsibility. Absolute irresponsibility. And that's exactly what Macron's wife is doing. For her to do it even in the public, shit. That woman is irresponsible. It is obvious she has really shown a glimpse of what is happening in their closet, within the four corners of their walls of their home. This is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. And if you are there, a woman, you're slapping your husband, and that husband is still tolerating you. That husband is not only a fool, you two, both of you are just fools. That is just it. A woman is not supposed to lay her hand on any man. It is uncalled for. It is an abuse. That is just it. I do not expect the man to retaliate either. But you lay your hands on me, I'll place you where you belong. I may not even touch you. I may not retaliate, but I'll place you where you belong. That is just the reality. Even if I were to be the president, I don't care. You do that to me in the public, of course, obviously the public, whatever decision Macron chooses to take, the public will be on his side. Because this thing happened in the global glare. Everybody saw it. So if he decides to, whatever he chooses to do to her, I'm not talking about beating her, either probably separate and just send the marriage into limbo for the time being. People, honestly, everybody will be on his side. That woman, besides, that woman is so uncharismatic. I don't just like her. Why? Of course, she's above all. I don't even know what Macron saw in that so-called transgender woman. She's so ugly, ugly like no man business. So ugly. Just like Barack Obama's wife. I don't even know. Sometimes that's another. I don't know why some ugly women are supposed to have. They're supposed to have good characters. It's supposed to, because you can't be negative always or all areas. There should be some good things about you. You cannot be ugly physically and be ugly in the inside. Obama's wife, the same thing. Ugly physically and ugly inside. Very bad. They both have bad characters. This is unbelievable. It's so sad, and this is my angle. Thank you once again. My name is JIBRIN. Remain blessed.